Hey everyone, it's Alice, and this is going to be the Senna First Impressions video. I guess this is, alright, so passive, Absolution. Senna's Relic Cannon is slow to fire but deals bonus damage. She can power up its range attack damage and crit chance over time by absorbing mist from enemy champions she's attacking or from wraiths that spawn from her dead minions. What? That's quite a bit of damage, and that's also very long range, and it has a width that is pretty hard to miss. Okay. Pulled the mist, and then okay, a ghoul has dropped. Wait, what? She heals her allies. Senna, alright, so Piercing Darkness. Okay, Senna fires a bolt that heals her allies and damages her foes. Senna can keep attacking to decrease Piercing Darkness's cooldown. So this is sort of like Lucian's E, I guess? If she autos or something, then she gets cooldown back on it? Or what is going on here? Damages her foes. Senna can keep attacking to... That is a very, very long range. Okay, Last Embrace. Senna commands the mist onto the first target hit, damaging them and then rooting that target and surrounding enemies after a brief delay. What is... What? Curse the Black Mist. Senna dissolves into a cloud of mist, gaining movement speed and camouflaging her and nearby enemies. Teammates who emerge from the mist appear as unclickable wraiths to enemies until they either attack or get close. What? Unclickable. So they're unclickable, but not untargetable, right? So you can still hit them with AoE, and you can still hit them with skill shots. I'm assuming that's what's going on. Teammates who emerge from the yeah. Okay, and then what is her R? What can possibly be more obnoxious than the... Okay, yes. Okay, nice. I'm glad that we actually got that answer. So, Curse of the Black Mist. So, yeah, just casually root the enemy champion and then run away with AoE. What kind of nonsense is this? What was that skill shot? How can you miss? What? Only I can miss. Only I can find a way to miss this. Oh no. What is that? Senna fires a global beam. What? That's global? Allies in the beam are shielded, and enemies caught in the center of it take damage. What happens on the side? I don't get what happens on the... No! Does she kill him from bottom lane? What is this champion? What is this champion? What? Okay. Senna's Relic Cannon is slow to fire, so we just completely skipped out on the 3-hit passive here, okay? We just got something a little bit better, and I think that that's entirely fine. We decided that that was a little bit too old, all right? A little bit too old-fashioned. We're not trying to be as poorly equipped as, say, like Silas or something, you know? That would be terrible. We gotta give a little bit more power into the champions nowadays. So, right here, so she can even self-heal herself with that. And then that's cool. She has Lux's R combined with Jinx's R. She has Lux and Jinx's R combined, basically. Then she has a superior version of Jin's W, essentially, that deals damage, or just a way better version of Lucian's Q. So I guess we're now realizing who you know. All right, I want to make a joke, but you know, the culture nowadays. I guess I just say I can't. But anyways, so Lucian, Lucian was missing out on his Q. All right, Lucian was coming up a little bit too short on his Q. But Senna, she's got the real Q in the relationship, okay? So her Q is so much better. I have no idea what this is. This is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. On an ADC, her kit is so overloaded. This isn't a support ADC. This is absolutely an ADC. And the only way that she cannot be an ADC is if her numbers are so gimped. Her kit is so bustedly overloaded. I can't imagine how they're going to try to balance this champion. It has way too much power. It has everything you want. She's the perfect ADC, which probably explains why Thresh wanted her, or it explains why she ran off. She wouldn't want to be seen with other ADCs inside, the League of Legends. But this is the most busted stuff I've ever seen. Now, obviously, she's a caster ADC, but it's still so nuts. This ability, it is disgusting. This is so insane for mid-game teamfights. It's so insane for evading ganks. It's so insane for just outplaying inside of the 2v2. Everything is so scary. This ruins so many champions. This allows champions also to basically regain their cooldowns in the middle of a team fight. And apparently I did not turn off alert box, so welcome YouTubers that are watching this video. Thank you for seeing that GIF that just popped up. But oh man, I actually don't think I've been this excited for a champion in a while. To be completely honest with you guys, this is a really, really cool looking champion. Now, I'll do the classic LS thing. Is it a jungler? And you know what, Cotton? I don't think that it is. I don't think this is going to be capable of jungling. Look, that's what you guys are going to look like at the end of the season if you don't use Annie and the anniversary skin to get into your, to get into gold and win your promos. All right, so you don't want to be caught looking like that. What a busted skin. Also, I mean, can we talk for a second about how Thresh is apparently nerfed now? He doesn't start the game with the soul. I mean, I just consider him to be a little bit unplayable now. So I imagine him to just go into the gutter is probably going to be 0% pick rate from here on out. But nonetheless, I want to know what happens on the side. It doesn't actually say what is happening here and here. It just doesn't say what's happening. Allies in the beam are shielded. Oh, okay. Well, no. Enemies caught in the... So are allies shielded if they're in the top and bottom half of the ultimate? Or do they have to be in the center too? Also, that's not that big of a shield. So this is a rank 2 base ultimate. I don't know what Thresh's armor and MR would be inside of this video, but that's 200 damage. And then it also looks like Lucian was given about 190. You can see that little shield bar isn't quite as thick as the other one. And a lot of people, well, I've met people that didn't know this, but each little line indicates 100 HP. So anyways, that looks like it's like 190 or maybe it's like 180. And then the Thresh hit does look like it took off about 200 HP. Or maybe it took off more. Oh, never mind. Sorry. It took off about 400. So maybe it deals 400 and then there's a ratio that gives... Or he's not being auto-attacked. Wait, that took off almost 400. That was like 390 damage, which is pretty insane. Maybe she's on PBE, and I don't need to... All right, that's actually insane. So a rank 2 ult through resistances is dealing 400 damage. Now, I don't care what item she has. The base damage on this has to be insane. The fact that she has a 400 damage post-resistance's ultimate that is a global Luxalt, which actually makes it really easy to hit, because even though it seems like it has some travel time, like when we saw it in the Mordekaiser, yeah, this thing. It seems like, or it has like an animation, right? So even though it has an animation, it still seems like it's going to be really easy to hit. This is way better than Ezreal. It's way better than Jinx. Senna is really, really busted. This champion is so much better than anything that we've had released lately. Sylas was a byproduct of many things that was basically making him strong. Sylas, I think, it was more a byproduct of champions in the meta weren't suited to really handle him when he initially came out, and it made him very good. Sylas also doesn't function if his numbers are gimped, whereas Senna's kit is so overloaded that even if her numbers are gimped, with Riot saying that they intend for her to be a support, it sounds completely fine. Now, obviously, her R damage, if it has very high base ratio, then she's going to still be oppressive as a support. If she doesn't have really, really high base ratio, then she ends up taking on the role of something like Taric meets Zyra, or like support Jhin, or something. I don't even know how to totally describe it, but her ratio is going to be really important. Right out the gate, she looks like an ADC. With a kit like this, she can also be a mid laner. The kit is just so strong. There's no way that she can't end up mid. Now, is Riot going to allow her to actually go mid? That's going to be a question. I do like that they did include the solo queue gameplay here. You have a level 4 Akali going to raid red, ward red or something, and for some reason the level 3 ADC is guarding the red buff, and the Raptor camp's still up because the jungler doesn't do them for some reason. So I really do like that Riot is actually including realistic gameplay into the Senna reveal here. This is obviously quite fortunate. And I like the ward that Senna placed onto the Akali Shroud. Didn't quite know that it doesn't reveal Akali. This skill is so busted. This is better than Jhin in every single way. This is so much better than Jhin. I love this chat. I haven't had so much fun doing a review in a really long time. The only way that I'm going to be sad is if her numbers are absolutely terrible. The only way this champion is not competitively viable or busted in solo queue is if her numbers are really, really terrible. Because the way this kit is, it has everything. It has everything that you could possibly want. And because she's a ranged champion, it adds so much flexibility into her and how you can slot her into team compositions. It allows for so much more options in spots where, in theory, you might have to consider picking her. And even if she's fragile, it's just going to be so good. It's just going to be so good. It's really nice to see. I'm a very big fan of champions that are very overloaded. In terms of their kits, I personally don't think Sylas. I personally don't think that Sylas's kit is like super overloaded. I think that Sylas is able to be gimped by numbers. Senna, again, I'm repeating myself, I don't think can just be gimped by numbers because of the utility inside of her kit. Zoe is another champion that it's really hard to gimp her just with numbers because Zoe's bubble and her passive is absolutely insane. So champions like that are really, really hard to gimp. But as I'm saying this, I keep remembering in my mind that Riot did say that if Senna's too strong as an ADC, that they would intentionally balance her as a support, and I'm just sitting here thinking, like, guys, she's just going to be a jungler, okay? But, no, realistically, I think that she's mid-ADC and then support, and then her numbers will all end up getting hit, and then she'll probably just end up being support. So I feel like that's probably going to be Senna's trajectory as she enters into League of Legends. I'm really excited to see her numbers, and I think that she looks like an absolutely insanely cool champion. And this is probably one of the best champions that League has got in years, actually. Let me think of all the releases. She's better than Kiana. She's better than Sylas. I'm not going to include the reworks, so Mordekaiser, Akali, Yorick, Aurelia just all sort of go out the window. She's up there with, I think she's better than Zoe. I do think that she is better than Zoe. I think Pyke is really cool. I think Senna is actually just way better, though. She's a lot cooler than Nico. I'm looking for her PBE. I'm looking for her PBE numbers, but it doesn't seem like okay. Senna. Let's take a look if they're actually up yet. Okay, so everything says not available here. So this kind of sucks. But apparently she's out on PBE, and so we don't actually have the numbers yet. But this does say global damage. All right, so the shield the shield is scaling AP, and the damage is percent AD. Last Embrace, after X second delay or when the target dies, the black mist spreads out of the target. So AP here. Healing and reduced healing is AP, but the damage is AD. So it depends. If the base ratio on the healing is strong enough, then she probably just ends up being built pure AD. Sometimes next basic attack or piercing on missed champions or raids collector missed permanently, gaining bonus attack damage. Bonus. Wait, what? What? Huh? Wait. Permanently. What? 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 Can you only collect like up to 5 mists? No, because wraiths collect mist. It's apparently 25 range every 20 mists. But I don't know what her base range is. But if her base range is 500, I guess 80 mists is maybe pretty hard to collect. But that sounds... Her base range is 600. She can go higher than Caitlyn. She can go higher than Caitlyn really fast. Or Twitch chat saying it's... Yeah, Twitch chat saying it's 600, and she gains 25 range per 20 mist stacks. That is absolutely insane. That is actually bonkers. She can go rapid fire. Yeah, so... Oh, man. Oh, man. Damage, the shield. So, this is all insane. This is really insane. It does look like she would probably just end up as an AD. But again, the base numbers are all going to matter. Anyways, guys, that is going to be it for the Senna first impression video. I think that she looks insane. This is going to be one of the best champions League of Legends has had in recent years. So,